Hey there, welcome to the vlog, and today we're gonna jump in and do some catching up, and it is back to school time at our house. So I thought I'd do a back to school day in the life vlog today. So our kids are officially back to school. They are off and going 6th grade and 8th grade this year. Like seriously, where does time go? And Penguin's here at home with me today. My husband's off at work. So I am trying to get back into a routine and get back into a schedule and get caught up. Although it seemed like kind of the past few months, especially our very short 6-week summer, it was like spurts of like being really super busy for a short period of time and then just trying to come home and get caught up, and then being really super busy for a short period of time and then coming home and trying to get caught up. So I feel like this is going to be good to get back into a routine. But yeah, so I thought I would just kind of take you along for my day, do some chatting to catch you up. It's been kind of a weird spot, and I think that you're kind of seeing this across probably a lot of YouTubers, that all of us started at the same time. We're all kind of hitting that middle of life, I guess you could say, time period. And I think a lot of us are trying to figure out, okay, what do we do next? Because I go through spurts of like, again, we're really super busy, and then spurts of like, I have a lot of time on my hands and I want to do something new. So I'm figuring that out right now. And also, just as your kids get older, they really don't need as much. Like, they're very self-sufficient and they get their own stuff. So it's kind of like, okay, well, now I get to find something for myself to do. So it's very kind of different time. But I thought I would just kind of start talking about that, what I'm planning on doing with some of my time, what I've been starting over the summer, because I am starting some new projects, which has been exciting to hopefully take up some more of that time that I have. Yeah, and just kind of some of the goals for the future. So we are still in Minnesota. I don't really know what else to say about that because I try to be positive about things. You know, Minnesota's fine. I think it's just, it's tough because we've lived in two places just prior to this that had very, very distinct personalities. So we lived in the Detroit suburbs, which was the Motor City, and pretty much you can find something in common with pretty much anyone there because they either worked for one of the OEMs or had some sort of interest in cars, and you could talk about something car related and instantly find that connection with people. And then same thing with being in the Rocket City. Everyone's very into NASA or rockets. You throw a stone, you hit a space scientist. And so it's like there was that connecting thread. And so we, for the majority of the time period, for about the past 10 years, we did live in Illinois for a few years here and there. But Illinois was different because we had family there, so it was different. We have lived somewhere where it was very easy to quickly connect with people because we had that common bond or interest, or at least just something common to talk about. Like I'm into like space and science and stuff, so I can pick up a conversation and talk about that. I'm reasonably interested enough in cars. I don't know the nitty gritty and all the horsepower and all of that, but I appreciate the design and especially the marketing of them, so I can very much get into that aspect. And so it's been a little interesting kind of being back in some place that doesn't have a distinct personality like that, and like I'm having a hard time finding a tribe. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't really know what people do here for fun because there's not rockets and there's not cars being made, and I don't really understand really what people do, to be honest with you. It seems like it's a lot of like playing board games in your house and stuff like that. I don't know. So it's kind of weird because we've been here for a year, but I still feel like it's been a temporary time. And it's kind of unfortunate because it has brought up a lot of like homesickness for being in Michigan, which Michigan for us was like, well, for me anyways, it was home. Like, we lived there multiple times. It was the first place we really made a home as adults. And so for me, coming up here has been a bit odd because there's certain similarities to Michigan, but really not. Because Michigan, especially the area that we're in, had a very defined personality and very, the area we lived in had a super cute little downtown, and always were celebrating holidays and lots of Christmas lights and just fireworks in January and just like all these cute downtown activities that I really enjoyed about living there, but a lot of like bigger things, like there was Somerset Mall there, Great Lakes Crossings. So a lot of things like right in our local area that here, not to say that there's not that stuff here, but it's not anywhere around us. So it's not a part of our lives, really. It's not convenient. And so it's kind of weird because this is like a mishmash of living in the middle of nowhere. This feels the most like where we lived in Illinois when we were kind of in the middle of nowhere and had nothing around us, which is really weird to say considering we live just outside of a city of 2 million people. But anyhow, that's my own struggles, but I'm kind of going through that right now, so I'm not really sure what to say about it because I first of all don't want to offend anyone from Minnesota because, you know, it's just a different place and it's just compared to experiences that we specifically have had. But then secondly, like, I don't know, I feel like I kind of have to travel to go find my people, which is a bit weird too. But anyhow, we're sorting it out, and the kids were excited about going back to school, so that's good. But yeah, it's just been a really interesting time period, I guess, of having to do this particular move. This has been the weirdest move we've ever done, because the other ones all just seemed a lot easier. This one has been a bit weird. I don't really know what else to say about that. I guess if you've ever moved a lot, maybe you've had one come up like this where it's just like, just the pieces aren't quite fitting. And so I haven't really known what to make videos about, to be honest with you, because I feel like it's very, very boring. So I realized that I just need to get past that and just get back into a routine. But, you know, I get very hung up on, well, it's just very boring. So I don't really know what to share because, you know, I try to not really complain all that much in videos and things like that. But I really don't know what else to share. So anyhow, I do have some fun trips coming up. In fact, I just booked some plane tickets yesterday, so I'm super excited about that because I'm going to meet one of my best friends in Chicago, and we're going to have a great time and do all the things that there are to do down there, which is great. I guess that's the weird thing too, is like in Illinois, we live near Chicago, which has all kinds of arts and museums and fun things to do. And not that there's not that stuff to do here, but it's not quite the same. Anyhow, so I am excited about that trip. I am going to try to go down to Disney to do some fall content, which is going to be great. So yeah, I guess I'm just kind of traveling and just kind of sort out what I'm going to do. I'd love to find some yoga classes here too, because I do enjoy yoga, but even finding classes has been difficult. I don't really know. It's been a really weird, it doesn't even seem like we've been here a year, but it's kind of weird that we've even been here a year. But anyhow, enough about that. That's not why you joined the vlog today. Yes, so all of that's been kind of going on in the background. But in case you have missed it, I have been blogging quite a lot lately, and I do actually have some new website projects coming up, so I'm very excited about that. I am still working on my larger course piece, which that's a huge like 90-day project, so I'm not going to talk a lot about that, but I'm very excited about having these new things to work on just because it's something different. And yeah, other than that, we're just getting into a routine and getting back to it here. So come along for my day. I do have some Amazon things to unbox, so I'll share that with you for back to school. Also, speaking of Amazon, I did update my Christmas planner for the new year, and I did get that already up and posted. So I will link that down below. I know a number of people really enjoyed this last year, and so there is one dated calendar area in there that I updated. And there's also some things in there like these little, well, the recipe cards, but there's also things like the gift list and things like that, the letters to Santa that you might use from year to year. So I did get the 2023 one out, so that's good. I got that off my calendar. And then I am also in the process of making a couple other fun memory keeping workbooks and some workbooks to go along with just some entrepreneurial productivity type of stuff. So I'll share those when they come up as well too, but I know this was a favorite last year, so I wanted to mention that the 2023 one is out, and I shared that on my Instagram and everything. Oh, the kids got this at Target. It was so cute, but then it didn't fit in their case it the right way because it would have had to go upside down, so that was kind of a bummer. So I ended up with an R2-D2 like pencil case that I don't know what I'm going to do with because it doesn't work for either of their cases, and they already took the tags off of it. But let me go downstairs and we can look at some of the stuff that I got for Amazon video. So one of the things that I do with Amazon, if you follow me on my Amazon storefront, which I'll link it down below, it says amazon.com/shop/beingmommywithstyle. There's Penguin. Is I curate different things to put them together so people can see from my point of view and from my style preference what items I really love to kind of group together. And so that's one of the fun things that I really like about doing Amazon and being able to share those things out. So one of the things I'm doing for back to school is showing different groupings of items that would be useful together or aesthetically or go together. So I ordered a couple kawaii, cute, I love cutesy things, items to put together for real. So we're gonna open those up and I'll share what I grabbed for that. But the Amazon stuff is, you know, really awesome. The really nice thing about it is that it frees up a ton of time. So I've literally gone from being super busy all the time to the point of missing out on things to really having a lot of extra time to be able to delve into different projects as I see fit. But the thing that I don't want to do is overschedule my time again to where I'm literally like missing things, because that was the worst. And I think a lot of parents can really kind of relate to that. Is I enjoyed being out in an office and working with people, but what I didn't enjoy was being in a position of like, oh, if you have this thing at your kid's school or you need to pick them up earlier, you're bad. Like, you almost feel like you're a bad person for it, but it's like, I'm not. And so during the pandemic was probably the high point of everything kind of coming together and it being okay to be a parent and a worker at the same time. But then post-pandemic, I feel like there was like zero balance for that. And I think a lot of people that were working pre-pandemic probably definitely really understand that. And I just felt like it was never going to work again how it did before the pandemic, because a lot of things just were not the same, like childcare, which we, you know, still needed at that time for after school and all of that. It just was not stable right after the pandemic kind of winded down a little bit. Anyhow, so it's been like a huge blessing to be able to go over and find things that freed up tons of my time, where I'm creating so much more revenue. But it's also like kind of, now that the kids are just a few years older, they're, like I said, more self-sufficient, but now it's kind of like awesome. I've freed up all this time for myself and everything is going great with my business. What do I do with me? So, I mean, I think that, you know, again, I think because I've seen in a couple videos where some of us that started out around the same time, had kids around the same age, we're all kind of hitting the stage around the same time. And it is like a transition period, no matter whether you make YouTube videos, no matter whether you have a social media presence, it's just a transition time because you do just start having more time. So I think one of the takeaways is I got to start doing more things that I enjoy doing, which I actually was better about when the kids were real little. I had like this really great routine where we would go do yoga, I would go do Zumba, they would go to the childcare, get to hang out, they had mom's day out. I mean, I was really super, I think, structured and had a really great routine. So I think that's just kind of finding that new structure and just really, you know, trying to find some things around here that will work similar to that. But let's grab this Amazon box and I'll give you a sneak peek of my kawaii back to school pics. So here are some of the things that I have gotten recently, and I also have a box that's going to be arriving later today too, but it's for like more things we needed around the house. I got this LED star projector light. This looks super cool. I need to get some batteries in it, and it's kind of like their sound machine where it just has the buttons on the top. But we're going to put this together later because I want to test that out, and it puts stars all over the ceiling, but it's like stars and galaxies and all kinds of cool images. And then for the kawaii back to school video, I got a lot of axolotl things for the kids. They got a bunch of axolotl stickers. I actually got an axolotl notebook that I already gave to Isabella. I found these really cool crystal pins. I'm going to use these at my desk after I'm done with the video, and maybe get them a couple to the girls if they want some pins, but they've got the crystals in the top, so I thought that those were super cute. And they come in just like every single, it's just like a rainbow of colors in there. So that's awesome. So you can see like there's blue, green, purple. It's really cute. And then I also got these super cute, I love the cranky cat, that's my favorite, like cat emotion highlighters. They're really super cute and they come in a range of colors as well. And then this super fun pencil case. So this is really neat because it opens from the top or the side. So you can put things in the top and it's all organized. I love the different pouches and it's expandable on the bottom. And then on the front, there's just like this easy access place where you can put the pens in. It's got this great little pouch. So I loved the versatility of this. So that's why I had to grab one of those. And obviously you can tell I was going with a purple theme. So Natalie really loves Kuromi, and so I got these for her to use in the end, but obviously sticking with a purple theme, I went ahead and got these super cute stickies. So we love sticky sets like this, and it's purple, of course. I also really love Hello Kitty, so I got this Erin Condren Hello Kitty astrology set. I have gotten Hello Kitty astrology stuff since I was like a kid. I love just all the different Hello Kitties on there. I'm a Taurus, so it's right up here in the front. And so this is really super cute. Let me open it so you can see what the pages look like. So this is the Take Note Classic Line Notebook, and it just has the different Hello Kitty astrology signs here at the different corners. So there is Taurus up there. It's so cute. I've loved Hello Kitty astrology stuff like I said, for a really long time. So this notebook is perfect, and I use these for planning and just doing like, you know, kind of planning out my different things that I like to write out for different projects that I have going on. And then the other thing that I got was this super cute bag. It's got this heart cutout that you can see through here in the front. And then this is just a really great either small laptop carrier or school bag that will carry everything back and forth. It's got two handles that have a really nice long drop on them. It's got this zippered area here on the front. And then it's got this great little pouch where you can see through it. So I love that because you could personalize that. It came with this little key pouch in there, down there in the zippered area. And then just a nice big space where you could put like a small laptop, an iPad, lesson planning books. I think this would be super cute if you're a teacher that was very into cutesy stuff like I am. This would be a cute set for that. So anyhow, I'm just putting these together just to show like some ideas of things that you can put together, and then we will divide these up between everyone to be able to use those. But there are my kawaii school pics. And I will link these down below, but also I have a number of more practical pics as well in my blog post. So I'll link that down below in case you're needing ideas for things to get for lockers or anything like that too. So Penguin is just down here chilling. We actually just celebrated the other day at the end of July that we've had him for 5 years. So he is officially a, what would that be? Are you an adult now, Penguin? Can we consider you a full-grown adult pup? And definitely a well-cemented part of the family. He just like hangs out with me and goes from room to room during the day. But looking outside, I don't think I'm going to be doing much outside today because it definitely looks very rainy. And I'm going to go check the weather because I think it's getting ready to rain. Yep, it's like 20 minutes, there is like a 70% chance of rain. So it's going to be raining. That's the other thing I've been struggling with. And again, this is a me problem. I just need to order some more lights. And get some more. I have ring lights that I use for when I'm making content and taking pictures and doing video, but it's very dark here all the time. It is so noticeable after living in a bright environment. You know, Alabama, it's really hot down there right now. And so it's very hot. It's sunny a lot of the times. They get storms down there. They're getting storms down there today, actually. So it's not that it doesn't storm there, but just an overall majority of the time period, it's very, very bright. So getting natural light was very, very easy. And I had certain places in our house where I knew I could get really great natural light. But here, a majority of the year, and by majority I mean like there's 365 days in the year, probably 320 of them. I mean, really a vast majority of the year, it is very overcast or just kind of a dim light. It's not that real bright natural light that I was able to get. So that has put a damper on multiple things. So I definitely think I have that seasonal disorder of like, I really, like it makes me uncomfortable even to think about winter, which is definitely a problem. But it just, it's not even like an anxiety. It just, I hate winter so much that it stresses me out. That's the only way I can say it. But then the overcastness kind of ties in with that a little bit, because if I get up and it's extremely dark, like luckily this morning it was sunny, so I got some things done this morning, but now it's clouding up and I'm like, oh, well, I can't film content for the rest of the day because it's cloudy. Again, this is a me problem, right? Because I'm sure there's plenty of content creators in Minnesota they make content when it's cloudy or rainy or snowing or whatever, even if they don't do anything outside in the snow. So I need to order some more lights. I need to order some different size lights. But it's dark. So I'll flip it around and show you in the living room with like minimal lights on. I've got the dining room lights on here, but I'll flip it around so you can maybe kind of see what I mean a little bit. I don't know if it's going to translate how it looks in real life, but. So you can see like it's just like it's the middle of the day right now. It's noon, but it looks very, very dark over there. It's like it's overcast outside, right? So that's, of course it's dark. But it's like it just casts a bunch of shadows on everything, and that just makes it more difficult. So again, this is a me thing. I just need to order more lights. So I'm putting that on my list of things to order. I probably should have got them 6 months ago, but they're definitely going to be a necessity for in the winter, because it's just so... It's just not a bright natural light is the best way I can put it. And if, you know, if you've lived in multiple climates like that, you probably are gonna get that. But if you haven't, then it's just, you probably get used to filming in one specific type of light, and then that's that. We're a lot further north here than even where we were in Michigan, because where we were in Michigan was in line with Chicago. So basically they had the same climates, and we were on the far side, the far east side of Michigan, so we didn't have the lake effect snow or anything that the west side still has. Yeah, so we had a climate that was basically exactly like Chicago. So since we had lived over in the Chicago suburbs, you know, we were pretty used to it. There was maybe a little bit more snow over in Michigan. But we're a lot further north here, a lot further north. In fact, I didn't realize how much further north until I had to drive through Wisconsin to get here. So yeah, we're way further north. So it's definitely like a much different climate here than even Chicago. In fact, we noticed like the couple of times that we drove down, the line at the top of Illinois is really where it splits. Like it's kind of eerily like specific. It's like the line at the top of Illinois when you're going into Wisconsin, like the climate changes and it's like so much more snow and starts to get way colder as you go up through Wisconsin. But it was like, how did they pick the state line right here? Did they literally use the weather to determine that? And what is causing this? Because it was right about at the state line, where when we drove down in the spring, it was like snow all over Wisconsin. The roads were clear, but it was a snow everywhere. And then like literally you hit the state line in Illinois, you drove like 5-10 miles and boom, it's gone. I mean, it was wild. I was like, it was literally at the state line that this changed. So anyhow, this is all that to say, this is literally like living, I feel like I live in a different country almost as far as the type of weather that's here. So it's like you have to adjust all of your equipment differently and all of that, which I did not anticipate, because you just think like, oh yeah, it's a little bit further north, but in your mind, you're kind of thinking, oh, it'll be like Chicago or Michigan, but it's not. It's like way even further north than that and much, much darker. So there's a lot of like equipment changes that I've had to learn as well too. But I am going to go ahead and get all of this kind of wrapped up and get it put together in a video. And then I was gonna go get lunch, but if it's pouring down rain, I might find something here. Oh, there it is. It's big old raindrops too. It like sounds really loud on the window. But it is definitely pouring down rain. Here are my Kauai back to school item picks, and I shared some photos and videos of all these items grouped together, and then I'll also go through and do reviews of the different items. So I have gotten that all finished up for today, and I'm gonna go ahead and get some lunch. So the rain has stopped a bit, so I'm gonna go grab some lunch, and then I'm gonna come back and clean up all the boxes and mess that I made from doing the videos, and then it's gonna be time to walk down and get the kids. So the days go super quick, you know, even with trying to insert more things that I, you know, am trying to want to do more of. So I'm gonna go grab lunch real quick. Just kind of blew right in and back out again. So I went and got one of my guilty pleasures for lunch. It is spicy tenders from Popeyes. And there's like this little boardwalk park area. There's a couple, I mean, there's a number of these all around. So sometimes I'll just go find a place to go take pictures and stuff like that. And I'll take like these lunch breaks to go search some of those things out. Well, I was gonna go walk around, but the mowers literally showed up. I think I like manifested that because I was like, it looks like they haven't mowed in a while. And then like they literally just pulled it into the parking lot with their big trailer full of mowers. So I'm just gonna go ahead and head back to the house instead of walking because my allergies will be bonkers if I'm sitting over here outside when they are mowing this. Gonna sit outside and get a little bit of work done while Penguin gets a chance to play out here and enjoy the sun a bit. So this guy's just chilling in my office now, and it's getting ready to rain again, so I'm gonna have to go drive, I think, to pick up the kids. Alright, Natalie's going through the axolotl stickers here and figuring out which ones she's keeping.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them on my freezer.
It is dinner time, so I'm gonna start getting everything out to make dinner, and we are still doing HelloFresh. We actually just got a new box of food today. So I'm gonna go through the recipe cards real quick and show you the different meals that we got this week, and then go ahead and start getting out everything that we need to make dinner. Now, these are the meals for this week. So it's a sheet pan Dijon onion crunch chicken. I think we've had that one before, it's pretty good. One pan cheeseburger lettuce wraps. I'm probably gonna make that tonight because everyone likes the lettuce wrap meals. Then we actually have old school deli burgers with a coleslaw and a Dan Dan noodle, ramen noodle. So everything this week is pretty short. I think the longest one is this onion crunch chicken. Everything else is like 15-20 minutes, so that's pretty good, but I think we're gonna go with the cheeseburger lettuce wraps tonight. So everything you need to make them are all down inside the bag, with the exception of if there's any meat to have with the meal. So I just sort everything out by grouping together all the same items, and then starting to see which ones I'll need for the first set of instructions. These are the cheeseburger lettuce roll-ups, and I'm gonna get these on all of the plates and we'll be ready to eat dinner. It is time to wind down for the evening. We are gonna put our comfy clothes on and go chill out and watch a show together. We've been watching The Secrets of Sulphur Springs on Disney Plus and really enjoying that. It's gotten us hooked into the story. So I'm sure that's probably what we're gonna watch, is an episode of that tonight. And then it's gonna be time to get ready for bed because we have to get up and do it all over again tomorrow, another day of school. But hopefully you enjoyed coming along with me today and my kind of day in the life check-in and working from home and getting back into the back to school routine. And I hope back to school is going great for you as well. I know tons of people have been going back to school last week, this week, and are going next week. So if you are in the middle of back to school craziness as well, I hope it's going great. Or if you're enjoying those last few days of summer, enjoy those as well. And I will be doing some more vlogs here coming up. We're going to get back into like kind of a more regular routine. And yeah, I'll be sharing vlogs and travels and maybe like a question and answer or something coming up soon too, because I haven't done one of those in a while. So hopefully you are having a great day. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in another vlog very soon. Bye.